Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I am your host, Wiley, and I'm super excited to be back. But my heart is definitely heavy this Sunday morning. My heart is heavy because we are going through a lot in this country. My heart is heavy. And many of y'all want to know, but Wiley, why your heart heavy? Um, because of the Supreme Court decision to literally give the states rights to ban abortion in their individual states. And Roe versus Wade have been the standard in this country for over 50 some years. And they just gutted that out and they leave it up to the states, and all the women like going crazy because this is an attack on their body. And I'm like, whoa. And what really made my heart be heavy is because Justice Clarence Thomas was like, well, listen, we need to be looking at gay rights. We need to be looking at that, and it's a whole lot of rights that is up for grabs because the Republicans, pretty much the conservatives, pretty much control the courts, and they've been trying for years to make that happen, and it happened under President Donald Trump. And so my heart is heavy because now a lot of people are looking at the courts and they say, oh my gosh, they're just gutting our rights. And the Republicans do a good job with staying on task. Even though a lot of things I don't agree with the Republicans about, but I do love the fact that they stay on task. And they've been trying for decades to gut out the Supreme to gut out abortion. They've been trying for years, decades for this to happen, and it finally was accomplished. Now we got to look at the Civil Rights Act. We got to look at the a senator out of Texas. He wanted to call to question the board the board the board versus Brown versus the Board of Education. He want that to come about and to be canceled. So it's a lot of things that has been going on just to be canceled. But let me make sure if you all can definitely hear me. Let me know in the chat. Press 1 because my sound went out in my headphones. So I'm making sure that the sound is good. Give me a second. I want to make sure you all can hear me. Give me a second because the sound. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. So all of this stuff is like really going on, and now we have to sit here and take all of this. And a lot of women gonna have to stand up and go out and vote in November, as well as a lot of black men going to go out and vote. Now, President Biden, y'all know who our president is. President Biden can definitely expand the courts and bring more justices on the court. We really don't have to have 9. Like we can have 12, we can have 30. The Constitution do not give an amount of justice you can have on the court. So what he can do, you can dump out the filibuster and he can expand the court. But unfortunately, we are dealing with President Joe Biden is not the type of president that's be willing to fight. And I believe in the next election, he needs to be challenged by a progressive, a strong candidate that will fight for women's rights, that will expand the court, etc. I do not believe that President Joe Biden is that particular person to do it. He's a traditionalist. He do not want to think out the box. He do not want to shake things up. He just want to stay within the walls of this is the Senate. I don't know what's going on with my mic. That's like the second time that it went out. So that's what we've been dealing with. So we definitely are going to keep you all updated on this, and I'm definitely going to encourage people to run for office, encourage more Democrats to run in the Senate, more Democrats to run for the House. Now, one thing that I felt some type of way when I was watching the Democrats. They was like they were on the steps and they were singing "America the Beautiful," and I'm like, why y'all not in the House legislating and getting some bills passed to protect women's rights? Why y'all on the steps singing? If I want to see some singing, let's I'll go join a choir, okay? Or I will put on my Apple Music and listen to me some 2 Chainz or listen to me some Beyonce. But y'all don't need to be on the step singing. We did not elect our Congress people to be singing. We elect them to legislate, to get bills on President Biden's desk, not to be on the steps singing America the Beautiful. Okay. That's not what we elect him for. So I'm just saying that. And I say that humbly. Another point that I want to make, and Joe Biden, okay, it just went out again. I cannot hear anything. Y'all bear with me. Okay, I guess it's a station head problem. So bear with me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I can still do it, but obviously I have no sound in here, but y'all could definitely hear it. Okay, I'm having some technical difficulties, but y'all can still hear. All right, because literally the sound is just not, I can't even hear myself in the mic, but I'm just going to keep going. So another point that I want to bring up with President Biden, he did not do anything for African Americans. Like we have been asking for years to get bills passed to protect African Americans, hate crime, all of this. We have not gotten any of that passed from President Biden. He said that I'm going to stick by African Americans. Y'all stood by me, and I'm going to be there for you. He said that and lied. What have he done for Black people? Have he given us reparations? Have he even called out to even study the reparations for African Americans? He have not done that. George Floyd family have not, a bill have not been passed to hold police accountable. That have not been passed. So a lot of things that he promised the Black people, we have not gotten that passed from this administration. Now he promised us this. He promised us that he was going to be there for us, and he have not got any of that passed. Literally, in to say he did all. I'm like, and so I don't think he should get reelected, because he should have been coming in day one, signing executive orders, day one, canceling student loan debt, day one, signing executive orders to give federal contracts to Black-owned business, day one, signing an executive order to give money that the government used advertising dollars so we can get a percentage, a strong percentage, 60% of a percentage of the advertising dollars. He have not done that. So a lot of things he have not been doing for African Americans. Now I do give a shout out to the Justice Department, because they have been doing a lot, going out the cops, going out the police departments. They have been doing good. Shout out to their Civil Rights Division, have been doing really, really good, but they're not really promoting it. So the average American gonna be like, what the hell the Justice Department are doing? But they're not promoting the good things they're doing. And another thing, when I saw Joe Biden on the bike and he fell, did y'all see that? Did y'all see when Joe Biden was on the bike and he fell down? He just boom, just had a tumble. I was literally so embarrassed when I seen this man literally get on the bike and he tumbled. I literally seen him on the bike and he literally tumbled literally had a fall. Okay. And I'm like, is this our president? Like, he was on the bike coming up to speak to the reporters and he fell down. I'm like, come on. We need a new president that can stay on the bike. Type in the chat, we need a president that can stay on the bike. Okay? Because if you fall and tumbling off a bike, you're just not a good president for us as Americans. I'm going to say it again. He fell down off the bike and had a tumble. And I was embarrassed by looking at him like that. I was really, really embarrassed of the fall. I know many of y'all didn't see the fall. Make sure you Google it. Joe Biden have a tumble. You would definitely see it. It was a very, really short clip. And boom, he hit. I'm like, what? And this is our president. Just embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Just really, really embarrassing. But Democrats are not doing enough by giving money to Gary Chambers out of New Orleans. Another candidate that's running, I think, in Kentucky, Cory Booker. I don't think that the Democrats are doing enough to fund these campaigns, because it's a lot they can do to capitalize off of this. But they need to be knocking on doors. They need to be rallying the base and say, hey, this is what we're going to do. Kamala Harris needs to be doing a tour to speak about reproductive rights and about what the Democratic Party are going to do, what President Biden's campaign President Biden administration, what the administration going to do. She needs to do a little bit more, need to put her out a little bit more. I understand that we are now in a war. Well, we personally not in a war with Ukraine, but Russia and Ukraine, that situation is going on. But you can walk and chew gum at the same time. We must take care home first. Our rights is under attack. They're going to challenge bills. It was a senator, I can't think of the senator's name, from Texas. They even want to go after the segregation, to legalize segregation again, to bring that back. They want to go back to having segregation in our schools. They want to bring that back. Now, I am a Christian. I love the word of Scripture, the Bible, and I am definitely a believer of the Bible. And I believe that if you grown enough to conceive and have a child, you should be grown enough to raise that child. But do I believe that the government should bring in biblical principles? I believe that if you are pro-life and you believe that you should not kill the baby, what are the policies in place to help that woman raise that child to become a productive citizen? Most people that's pro-life, they only want it for numbers, because the white women are not having enough babies. They're getting outnumbered by Black folks, Latino folks. So white women are not having enough babies, right? The white people in 2040, I believe they're saying that it's going to be a resistance, it's going to be a minority with white people in this country for the first time ever. And so it was a white woman bringing up President Trump. Now I'm on Truth Social. And so this is all the conservatives. I'm on there because it's entertainment. And it was one of the women that was saying, thank you, Donald Trump, for protecting white life. And so that's just a signal that a lot of these white conservatives was protecting the numbers, because they know that they are declining in numbers compared to Black and Latino people, right? They don't give a darn about how you're going to take care of the child. Just bring, so their numbers, for they will not be the minority, because they fear that if Black people get into power, will they do the same thing we have done to them? So that's their biggest fear. We are living in a white minority resistance. We are living in that time. So they're doing everything possible to control it, because they know eventually they're going to be outnumbered. So they put in as many people on the Supreme Court, putting many people in these federal benches to make sure and design for the next 50 to 75 years to control the people, because they may be in the minority, but they still will be in a majority when it's considered of power. And that's why the average Black person needs to wake up and see what's going on in this country. And so when I was taking days off, I was submitting my schoolwork, I was getting phone calls from people, everybody coming to me and asking me, Wiley, what should we do? Well, you should run for office. You should run for state senate. You should run for city council. You should get a group of people, and you should continue to march, protest, and run for office, and get inside those rooms to make the decision for your people. And always put the Black agenda ahead of anybody else's agenda if you're Black. Because everybody else, when those pro-life people, the main people they're thinking about is white women. They're thinking about white women producing, and they're not producing enough. So what do? They get think tanks. They pay billions of dollars to study the issue, and they realize that these Black folks getting all of this stuff from the courts. We need to be in the courtroom. We need judges in the courtroom to make these decisions. And so that's where we at. And that's why you, as a Black people that are here and they're listening to me, need to get involved. Knocking on doors. You should be out there protesting. You should be encouraging your brother and your sister to run for office. And for the people that you voted in, you need to be at their office every day or weekly, making sure that they're doing right, applying pressure to your mayor, county government, to your local government, applying that pressure. So you must do that in order for change to definitely happen. So I'm getting more involved. I'm getting more engaged. I just signed up because Jamal Green, he's running for mayor of the city of Chicago. So I just signed up to work on his campaign and knock on doors and stuff like that. And this will be my first campaign that I'm working on. Not the first campaign that I have donated money to, because I've donated money to a couple of campaigns. And actually, I started donating money to campaigns once President Trump ran, not when President Obama ran. When President Trump ran for office, I was interested into politics. And so I started donating to candidates. So now my email is just flooded with just candidates from all over the country asking me for money, right? But I donate to candidates that I believe in. I donate to candidates that I believe in that'll do good. And I send whatever, like $10, $25. And every check I try to give something to a campaign that I believe in. I believe you should also start that. And I'm thinking about even starting my own like super PAC, getting people together. We put a PAC together and we fund candidates to help them change up and get new people in office that's going to do for Black people. Okay. Because I would love for us to get reparations in my humble opinion. But regardless of people that are in here and I say, well, Wiley, I believe that abortion is wrong, it's against my religious belief. Okay, that's fine. But you do know women losing their right. This is the next step for you to lose your right to eat in the same lunchroom with a white person. It's to even sleep with a white person. They can even call to question Virginia versus Levin, which that outlawed for interracial marriage, which it made it illegal to say that you to put laws in the books to make you not be married to a white person or a person that's outside your race. So that could be called to question. So like, that's why you have to get involved. You may agree and say, man, I listen, I don't see nothing wrong with it because abortion, I was totally against that. But you got to keep an eye on that court because they have already gutted some Voters' Right Act and already states have already changed up the map to make Republicans control their state. They're already getting voter ID laws, already stuff that's going on. So you got to make sure that with you listening, that this could also affect you, even if you are pro-life, especially if you're Black. I'm only speaking to Black people because we are under attack and we must be ready because they are preparing to take more rights from us. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They are preparing to take more rights from us, and we must pay attention and get involved. All right. I'm just saying, I'm fired up, and I know a lot of women in the chat is upset as well. And so that's why we're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to allow you all to call in and give your thoughts about it and how you feel about it. I have a friend, she just had an abortion a couple of weeks ago. And I said that wouldn't be able to happen in Texas or in Mississippi or any of these other red states. So I told her, I said, thank God that you are living in a place where you can have a safe abortion, because this is not going to stop people from getting aborted. This is going to stop people getting safe abortions, because if you're desperate, it's going to be weird. A lot of people are going to be doing things that's not going to be safe. So thank God you're living in a place like Illinois or a place like New York or California where your rights, you'll be able to do it. Now, a lot of states, well, we'll be a safe haven. We'll be a safe haven for you. Now, pro-life groups are saying, hey, we're going to challenge that in the courts. So we're going to bring it to the Supreme Court, then and make it illegal for a person to go to one state to another state to get an abortion. So they're going to fight and challenge that in the court. So this is why it's very important to pay attention and get involved. This is why your attorney generals, this is why it's important for you to vote in attorney general that believe in your beliefs, because a lot of these conservative attorney generals are challenging these laws and bringing it is going all the way up to the Supreme Court. So this is not going to be the first time or the last that we're going to be hearing from this. We also need to be calling out our thing. And now they're trying to go after the plan, the morning after pill, birth control. They're trying to, and they really want that for white people don't get on birth control. But white people don't get on that because they want those numbers to be great. All right. So that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people out there that you talking to your girl and you be like, hey, are you on the pill? And that's going to be wound up being illegal. So Now they're telling people to buy up as many pills so you can have a stash, I guess, to give to a person that need it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say, just preach abstinence. Don't do it, or wear a condom, right? Because there's no condom shortages, because people are not wearing them like that. So I'm just saying it humbly, and we definitely will open up um, the lines, and we'll let you all call in. I want to say good morning, happy Sunday to you all. Um, and I want to say something else that was on my mind concerning this. If you're outraged, speak out. This is the time where you speak out. This is the time where you put all this stuff together on your channels and you say, this is where we're going to talk about, and this is where we're going to bring to our people. This is the time for you to say to your people, I'm going to get involved, and get involved. Do not allow yourself not to get involved. If you are a person that are hurt by the Supreme Court decision, let this be an indicator that you're going to get involved. All right, and that's what I want to say humbly to the people that are in here. Now, also too, up and coming that I do want to talk about here is Malago Grams. Y'all, shout out to my radio, because her people have been sending me this all in my timeline. I'm so tired of sending them. Don't send me no more stuff about Malago Grams. But anyway, her people has been sending me stuff about Malago because I guess one of her former best friends, Nior, whatever his name, the one that threatened me, is now dragging Malago Grams for Phil. Dragging Malago Grams for Phil, all on social media, dragging Malago Grams, dragging her on station head, saying that she's sleeping with Tory Lanez, saying that Tory Lanez giving her information and stuff that we already knew and we put out. He just putting it out because he have a little bit more credibility than I, because he was friends with Malago Grams. And this is why you got to be very cautious on who you become friends with on this social media place, and meet up with folks. The same people you meet up with, take pictures with, is the same people that will come out and get some credibility to dish you on social media. So that is exactly what is going on with Malago Grams. Now she's denying these allegations and saying it's not true and all this, but it's something that she had to blame because she built them up and he just went on, he just trashed her. And I don't agree with anybody that's doing that, because I'm like, what was the reason? What made you fall out? What was the reason? Was it money? I think he had a crush on Malago Grams, and Malago Grams wasn't with him at all in that type of way. They even saying it's a member that is slinging peen in the mob radio family and slinging peen to many of the members of my radio. And so they were sending me all this stuff down my timeline. They were sending me all this, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? Y'all sending me all this stuff going about it. I'm not surprised at all. This is why you got to be very cautious on who you link up with. Now, my first time I'll be linking up with people. We're going to Vegas on August 26th, 27th, and 28th. Really super excited for that. I believe that you can meet up with people, but no matter what, it's always going to be somebody that's going to fall out and use and come and trash you. So that's why I always like meeting in public places. I don't really bring people in my house, but everything is like public places. But still, that does not stop a person from getting out there and to have you to come and diss people on social media sites. It's just going to definitely happen. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Malago Grams should make a statement about this. Is she sleeping with Tory Lanez? Is Tory Lanez people giving her information, which we already knew that. We put it out there. And so now the mob, they are confused because a lot of the people in my radio people that I've spoke to said, quote, they like him. He was a good member of my radio. They feel like my radio is a traitor, and they feel like my radio just take the money from the people and not really caring about the people. So they would send me all type of stuff down my timeline. They were sending me stuff in tweets and stuff. A person DM me. I'm like, what the world? They DM me on Twitter about this mess. And I went definitely not sitting there watching 3-4 hour live. That's what I'm not gonna do. I got time on my hand. I got a lot of time to spend in other productive areas, not to be watching listen to somebody on station here for about 4 hours. The man did about a 4 to 5 hour live. Ain't nowhere in the world. He needs to learn how to get to his bullet points, give us a good 10-minute session or 20-minute roast and gag. But ain't nowhere in the world that I'm watching a lot of things, and the thing with New York, I hope I'm saying his name right, New York now, whatever the name is, New York. My radio best friend. Now the members are calling the man gay. Oh, he's gay. That's why he's like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought the man was straight, but now they're saying that he's gay. But this was with that particular brother, I don't feel sorry for him that he's getting dragged or and all of that, because he threatened me. He said he was going to drop kick me, and he said, and then he said that, and then my radio said she was going to bail him out, and he said he's going to drop kick me again. So I don't have any sympathy for him. Because when I was on Clubhouse, that brother out of his lips threatened me and said that he was going to drop kick me and she was going to bail him out and he was going to drop kick me again. So I don't have any sympathy for that brother. So if they calling him fruity, if they calling him loosey-goosey, let them call him that. So if he's going through all that stuff with the mob, hey, let at it. They call him loosey-goosey, cotton candy, fruity looty, then let him go ahead and do it. Because when he was coming after the Wiley Show and said that he was going to drop kick me, everybody was laughing. He was ha 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 ha. Now he's off of the titty of Milagro Graham. She dropped him off her titty, and now he want to drag her. Now he want to build up a platform against her. So I don't have any sympathy for that brother. That brother should apologize to me. He should get on his knees and apologize for the lies and the threats that he had against me. He should get on his knees and say, I'm sorry. But he's not going to do that because he is a coward. And this is why he's going to, this is why, and some people say he didn't call me and apologize. Did he text me and apologize? No. Did he call me? I'm not going to search in the 3-4 hour live for an apology. Call me as a man and apologize. Now I'm hearing that people say he apologizes. So no, don't apologize with a show. Call me and apologize. Reach out to me on Instagram and apologize. Don't apologize me in no 4-5 hour live because I ain't listening to it. And it's up to me to sit there and see if I'm going to apologize, if I'm going to accept his apology. Because I may not accept it because he's put a threat and said that he was going to drop kick me. So people are saying that he apologized. And I don't know if I'm going to forgive him. But I know in order for me to get to heaven, I'm going to have to forgive my brother. But right now, I'm not in the forgiving mood right now. Maybe tomorrow. But once I hear it, and if it was sincere, then maybe I will apologize. I will accept his apology. But right now, oh man, I'm talking. So I'm just saying, okay? So I'm hearing all this and seeing all this that's really, really going on for the people in the chat that are Milagro Graham's fans. Milagro Graham, she sit and eat dinner with these people, and the same people she eating with is the same people that are dragging her. And this is why I'm cautious on these folks. This is why I didn't want to do Vegas, but I got to do Vegas because I love it. I love Vegas. I want to meet up with the producers. And this is when I was like, Lord, let everything go great, okay? Let everything go fine when I go to Vegas. Let everybody, let it be awesome when I go to Vegas. Let it be peace when I go to Vegas. Let's have fun when I go to Vegas. That's something that I want to do. Have a good time. But I do not have everybody in my home that I'm associated with on YouTube, because if we fall out and you go, all his house is trashy, or he's this, he's that, they have some type of credibility to dish you, and the people are going to flock to them because they were associated with me. This is why I don't allow everybody to become a moderator, because once you become a moderator, you become a reflection of the show. You become a part of the show. And so this is why I don't let everybody become a moderator, because if you open up everybody to become a moderator, if they do something messy, the first person they gonna call is Wiley. I remember we had a moderator. They were moderating for another show, and they got fired from that show, and they joined the Wiley Show, and we weren't thinking. We mod them up, and they were getting into some mess. And so an old lady called me because she was mad because this particular person was a moderator on my channel. He must have dragged her or said something to her, and she called me. I was upset because she called me early in the morning. I haven't even had my breakfast, and you calling me with some mess that you got involved with a moderator. That wasn't me. They were sending each other pictures of their kids. Just it was bad, right? And so I had to rebuke her. Well, the reason why I rebuked her is because she called me too early with mess. I said, you too old to be in that mess. You should be somewhere helping the young women, but you in mess. So I had to rebuke her. So, because she called me early in the morning, I haven't even had my scrambled eggs and bacon. So I had to rebuke her early in the morning. So that was going on. And so that's why now we have to let that moderator go. And now I said, send me some strong moderators. You got to be strong to be on this channel. And then every once in a while, people try to create division within the mods, and I don't listen to it unless you got proof, evidence. I don't listen to just rumors. You got to have some evidence or proof. And I thank God for the moderators that I have now. They are good, strong moderators, and most of them sometimes they don't even be in the chat; they just be in the sky. And that's why I like it. And yeah, they drop down. I like that. And this is why we don't have moderators a lot. I know on Sunday, most of them probably sleep, and I'm up right now. I got to moderate and also do the show, but I don't mind. But when we have other shows, they can be in a chat and they'll be moderating, right? Because sometimes the moderators got time to moderate, sometimes they don't have time. They're not on salary, they're not getting paid. They do this of their free time. When they free, they will definitely go and they will do a show. Miss Tina, this I'm not going to argue about it. I'm pro-life, but if you pro-choice, everybody has a right. Miss Tina, I want you to hit the link. Give me a second, Miss Tina. Because it look like Miss Tina want to talk about pro-life and pro-choice. We would definitely bring Miss Tina on. Give me a second. Miss Tina. Anybody that want to debate Miss Tina, we can bring her on. Miss Tina, I see you, Anderson. Come on and hit the link, because there's nothing wrong for you being pro-life. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you, if that's your belief, that's ain't nothing wrong with that. But Miss Tina or anybody else that want to hit the link, and we'll open the phone lines a little later. Since I see you there, Miss Tina, and you going back and forth with somebody in the chat, you're more than welcome to call in or hit that link really quickly. Let me do a quick announcement really quickly. If you want to be notified when I go live, it is free. All you do is text Wiley, Wiley, one word in the text box to 888-534-4939. Text Wiley to 888-534-4939. Text Wiley 888-534-4939, and it is free for you to do. It is free. It don't cost a thing. Okay. All right. So okay, the headphones is working, so we definitely open the phone lines a little later. Let me finish doing my topic. So that's all I had to say about that. Now, I want to say congratulations to Armon Wiggins. He was at the awards at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards, and it was so nice to see that brother there at that award show. It was nice to see Tiffany Haddish host that award show. So I don't know if y'all seen it. I've seen a couple of clips flown around online, and I said that's really, really great. But the thing I want to say to Armon, he need to come back on live. He's trying to do cards and all that type of that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell you right there, that ain't his life. Unless he was an old black woman with big arms or with gray hair, maybe that will work. But he's a young man, and maybe when he get older, he can read the cards, but people ain't really falling for the cards and stuff like that. Come on back live, get a little drunk, get a little high, and break down the celebrity gossip news. Because I'm so tired of people come to me talking about where's Armon Wiggins. He's somewhere reading cards. Them people ain't gonna follow that. That's not his gift to sit there and read cards and tell people about their future. That is not gonna work. So come on back. Now I think he's hurt. Now give me a second. I think he's hurt because he did a video, deposit your check, and it didn't even crack 50,000 views. The people wasn't receiving it because the people, they are into the mess. They don't give a damn if you can sing a song. They don't give a damn if you can do choreography. They are into the mess. Because did you build your channel singing? No. Did you build your channel doing choreography, dancing? No. You built your channel on mess. So that is what the people want. So come on back, drink your 40, and get to the mess. They don't give a dog if you're trying to be an artist. They're not following that. They falling asleep. They want the mess. And y'all be honest. Stop lying to these folks talking about they can sing and you know you just want the mess. You want the mess. You know he can't be sitting there reading the card. You want the mess. It was good seeing Lovely T at the event dancing and Armon Wiggins dancing. She was off beat though, but it was good. But the people want the mess. They want the mess. That's what the people want. I'm going to say it again. They want the mess. Y'all don't want the music. Y'all want the mess. Because he built his channel on the mess. That's what you building on. Now, if you would have came out singing, do, re, mi, fa, lo, sol, la, ti, do, if you came out singing, then maybe a flock will follow your singing. But you didn't come out singing. You came out dragging Tasha K. You dragged her husband. You came out dragging Milagro. You came out dragging Nicki Minaj. You came out dragging Nicki Minaj's husband. That's what the people want. So don't lie to these folks talking about you like the singing. No, you don't, because you ain't watching it. You ain't leave no comment. You want the mess. And that's what the people are requiring from them. They don't want to see you reading no card. That ain't gonna work. Please. I don't see that working. Reading cards. Well, let me tell you about if you're a Scorpio, that's a little silent project. And now if you was high and drunk reading cards, maybe that would work. And dumping some celebrity gossip, maybe it'll work on that end. But your gift is the service. Now he may get tired. I don't understand people get tired, they making money. Oh, I'm so tired of doing this. No, he ain't tired of doing this. He was embarrassed because his people didn't watch the damn video. His people didn't even give him a comment. His people didn't even download. And so now he got discouraged and he went to spirituality and he got into reading cards because y'all didn't watch that damn video. He went to reading some cards, breaking it down, reading cards, telling you about your future. Come on, somebody. I'm just saying. People don't. I'm just saying we gonna move on about that. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree, but that's just how I feel. People are not feeling that the whole card reading thing, and I'm just being honest y'all with y'all. And hold on 1 second, because I'm on Miss Tina. I want to bring you on the phone lines. I know you tried to come on camera, so I want to make it easier for y'all. And if Armon Wiggins, he want to call in, he more than welcome. I know he said he have a boyfriend, he have a dog, but once them checks get low, he will be back doing a whole bunch of videos. And so hopefully he saved his money good enough so he can be gone for a while. But I know how YouTube work. Them checks will get low real fast. And he'll be back doing a whole bunch of videos. I know his boyfriend ain't got no good job like that. I think he make about a little $10 an hour flipping burgers. He probably get paid about $10 an hour, 10.25 flipping some burgers. So I already know the boyfriend. He hitting about. He gets some pain in the morning. Got to go flip some burgers. And I want to be letting nobody put me up with pain, and I gotta go flip me some burgers and put the French fries up in there. So you'll probably see him at Whataburger or McDonald's or Burger King flipping burgers and all that type of stuff. That's what his boyfriend is probably doing. He probably went out the award show somewhere, frying the burgers and stuff, like making the chicken sandwich and paper or plastic. So that's exactly what the boyfriend doing somewhere. And I'm just gonna tell you right then and there. That's what he doing right now. He somewhere at McDonald's watching me right now in the break room. French fry, welcome to McDonald's. How about I take your order? You want the number 3?
Your show now, press 1.
Man, please.
Your show is scheduled to start in 36 seconds.
All right, we got 36 seconds. I didn't even know the BT War is coming on tonight. So I'm gonna have to call off tonight. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call off tonight. But the BET Wars come on tonight, so I'm gonna call off. Because the BET Wars coming on. So I'm gonna have to call off. All right.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right, the phone lines open up, and I'm just saying, and stuff like, and there's nothing wrong with taking a break, because I take a break. You know what I'm saying? I'll take a break because I'm in school. You know, I'm working and working and stuff. So I took a break from YouTube and stuff like that. I get it, but I think his reason of taking a break is because his people didn't watch that video. They didn't. Now, maybe if he did a diss record towards Tasha K, it would have got 100,000 views. See, if you're going to do music, mix it up with mess. It got to be messy. Now, if he did a diss record towards Chelsea, a diss record towards Von Ray, Chelsea, and Tasha, that video would have got some numbers. I'm just going to tell you, it really would have got some numbers right there if he would have did a diss record. That would have garnered more attention because he got the mess mixed in with the music. You got to know how to do it. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to have to call off with the BET Wars. I'm going to call off. Give me a second. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, Wiley, morning.
Good morning. Who is this?
Happy Sunday. How are you doing? This is your Trini. This is Tasha K. I love Tasha K. Anyway, with Armon, I really think that the people did not support him. His viewers did not support him because I agree with you 100%. If it was gossip, they'll be watching. And I don't think Armon is going to do music forever. I believe that he will come back to the gossiping. So at the end of the day, when you look at it, even Jason Lee didn't even post the stuff. He did not even post it to say, oh man, drop a video. When you look at it, Calibi didn't even post it or anything like that. So when I look at this, it seems like they be using him. Like they use him for maybe to say things to Tasha or to say things to other people. But if they are your friends, I believe they would post it. I believe they will big him up and say, listen, he trying to do music, go support him, stuff like that. Even when you look that he went to Jason Lee party, I think Jason Lee probably feel bad how everybody talking about he imposed the music. So that's why he probably might be invited to the lunch or whatever like that. I don't know if a man's smart and playing the game and using Jason Lee and Calibi at the same time, but I don't really think they rock with a man like that. I think they just use him conveniently to do certain things. And he will be back. I mean, even when you look at the terror reading, his viewers don't support that. They don't support it. They support the mess. And maybe if he did make a record about Tasha K or something like that, people would watch. Even when he talk about Tasha, he get a lot of views. So that means there's a lot of his supporters. People really don't like Tasha K. That's why they watch him when they give him views when he talk about her. But your guy drop a record. You guys supposed to go support him. Stream it. Put it on your channel. Say a man did something. I just think it's you, Wiley, talk about that on somebody, Coffee City. His friends didn't talk about it. Nobody talk about it. So I think his viewers should be shamed that they did not support him in his record. And shame on them for that.
Oh,
Good afternoon, everybody. Enjoy the day.
Good afternoon. Thank you. This morning over here in Dallas, man. All right, let's go to the next caller. Good morning, 5048. Calling on air.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Wiley. This is Tina Anderson. How are you?
All right, so you pro-life, Sister Anderson?
Yes. And the only reason why I say this, and there's so many women who, you know, this is such a sensitive subject for so many people. But the only reason why I say this is because, you know, non-disclosure, but I've had 2 abortions myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if Roe versus Wade wasn't there, I would have been with my children right now happy. I often get emotional about my choice and cry sometimes about it. So I'm, you know, that's why I'm pro-life now. So yeah. And I think we should put more monies and resources into support programs for women, and maybe more adoption centers, and just more support and more social service programs and human service programs, instead of just putting more money and efforts into abortion.
I agree.
So that's just my opinion.
I agree. I think they should have assistance for new mothers, parent classes, helping to, you know, get on some type of thing to raise them, because kids are expensive. So I agree with you on that, and I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But it's not going to stop people from having an abortion. People are they're going to get desperate and they're going to do some things. I just hope that it should be some places where it's free for people to go and do if that's what to do, instead of doing something that can cause harm to them if they're doing a back alley abortion, just like they did back in the day. So I am pro-life. I think that, you know, you shouldn't lay down and have children, but you also got to look at rape. You got to look at incest. I don't think a woman should be forced to have a child in those circumstances, or if medically she can't carry to term. I believe that you should be able to have the option to terminate the pregnancy. That's just my personal belief. But do I believe that this pro-life situation is for because you care about the babies? No. White people care about numbers. They care about them not being outnumbered by us and Hispanics. So that's why but if we don't stand by and call out this, other rights can be taken away from us as well.
Exactly. So true. Thank you so much for having me, Wiley, and I really appreciate you. And
no problem.
I'll keep watching. I'm going back in the bushes.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Tina, for calling in.
Wiley.
Bye. Oh man, Tina called in. Okay. 5432, call you on air.
Hey, Wiley, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing good.
Yeah, I just want to say Armon's song was trash. That's why people didn't support it. Complete trash. I think maybe if he works with a different set of producers, and like you said, maybe if he had mixed the topic up with a little bit of trash, you know, a little gossip or something, it would have got a little extra spark. But his music just isn't good. He's just not working with the best people, and I think you're right. He should stick to what works. Maybe integrate a little bit of something different in the channel every other show, or maybe a segment, something like that. I mean, I think it was cool when he had introduced his songs, maybe in the beginning or in the middle a little bit. But other than that, I think definitely the tarot card thing is just not going to work. I don't really see where he's going with that. It doesn't make sense. Like you said, why would you leave making money for something where now you're only getting maybe 1,000 views, maybe a few people on live? Like it's just not working. I think he should just stop, or at least I mean, he's in LA. You're in the best place to make music. Try something else. Maybe try a different genre or something. I thought it was bad. Although the video did look good. I'll give him that. The visuals did look good, but it just wasn't it. So if he's embarrassed, then I think he should welcome himself to the industry. Not everything you put out is going to be good. And it's more about consistency than it is thinking about you're going to have this one hit. So maybe he just needs to be more consistent. I don't know. But that's all I want to say. I'm going to go back in the bushes. Thanks again.
Thank you so very much for calling in. The number is 646-716-8447. Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Anonymous, you live on air. Good morning.
Hey, Wally, thanks so much for being live. We missed you.
I
want to get into the mess.
Okay.
Like we mentioned before, and you stated this, Armon should have done a video with the previous song he has out. It was people already got accustomed to it. Like me, I'm a shady girl, and I like that song. This song was not it. And you read the girls, you criticize Nicki Minaj. You should have known. You should have did your thing. The rollout was trash. I did not know he spent $11,000 plus on the video just to get 30.
That's a nice piece of change. I would have put that in something else. That's enough music.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if your budget was $11,000, you should have had like a little extra bread for promotion. Why? Where's the Jason Lee's? Where's the Cardi B's?
Because he could have paid some of that to go to Hollywood. Because they have posted if you pay them, like the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk. They have posted because they get paid for a post. Because they're not posting these artists because they like to. No,
I'm sure he would have got a discount. Would he?
He probably could have, especially with the Jason Lee. Especially with Jason Lee, he's cool. He's at the Jason Lee award ceremony in all black. He could have definitely in pink. I think did he have on pink shoes? Did he have on pink shoes?
Those shoes is horrible. The shoes could be a label. I'm not 100% sure, but the shoes is a no for me. The leather pants is also a no for me, and it's a no because when he has his hand inside his pocket, you could see like he has skeleton hands. Like you didn't have to put your hand in the pocket. I didn't like that photo, the one with the picture. And first of all, when you're on the red carpet and you're trying to take pictures and you're trying to be fab or trying to throw it to the girls, nothing should be in your front pocket, sweetheart. Nothing should be in your front pocket. So I have to zoom in. What's that bowl? It's not your bird. That is something in your pocket that should have been out. Like I pay attention to details.
I feel you on that.
But I believe Nawar do owe you an apology. He do, because he threatened you and said he was going to drop kick you for Millie. He no longer speaks to Millie, so he needs to be the bigger person and apologize.
Absolutely. I think that he's going to have. He's gonna have to apologize. I'm not shocked that they broke up because people break up all the time. I'm just like, whoa, like what all else does she share with him? Because he's spilling it all.
He's spilling it all, and he told the people to do the question Q&A. He did the Q&A on Lipstick Alley. You put me on to Lipstick Alley, and everyone is just trashing her.
Yeah, Lipstick.
Like they're coming for the mob. I mean,
Lipstick Alley. They will trash you down on Lipstick Alley. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But do you see a big shift with Milagro Graham because she don't go live consistently anymore? I mean, stuff has changed. Like people like myself that pay attention to details is like really not the same. When she's on Station Head, she sounds a little down. I'm not sure. I'm sure she's hurt by it.
She probably having relationship problems.
She should have known.
Yeah, she probably having relationship problems. You know what I'm saying? She probably want to leave her husband. She probably want to go over to Atlanta. There's no telling. Because this is why you got to be careful doing all them lives, 8-9 hour lives, because there are people get addicted to that, and that ain't want you to go live. And she probably tired because she would
a big shift with that.
She would go live hours on top of hours. She probably catching up on some much needed rest as well.
Yeah.
Because she go live
Yeah, just
8
hope
hours
the
on
best for
Station
her.
Head, do about 8 hours on YouTube, then go on Twitch, then she on Discord.
Yeah.
You know, I think she probably is probably experiencing burnout, to be honest.
I mean, it's a possibility, but it's a big shift with the energy. I'm not 100% sure. I do know that people are getting threatened in the mob. It's too much.
I feel so sorry for the mob. Feel so sorry.
But do you think she can return from this mess?
Absolutely. Because eventually he's gonna be talking and it's gonna pass away. Like not him gonna pass away physically, but people are gonna stop paying attention to it because Mob gonna be connected with Tory Lanez. You know, you got the trial that's coming up. So her people are good, her base are strong. Of course, you're gonna get a couple of haters that's gonna go play both sides, but she have a strong base that love her. The $20 gonna be flowing in. Because like I think Tory Lanez go to trial in September, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And so
I believe it's around September.
That's going to be big for her channel, and it's going to be awesome. And people are going to be watching. Of course, I'm going to be watching and doing videos as well. I am really going to be watching her with the verdict because if he's guilty, then she's going to look like a damn fool because she sat there and defended a criminal all this time. So.
Just like Kaylin Walker, are you giving a hint on that?
Yes, just like the Kaylin Walker situation. Remember, she was all with Kaylin Walker, and it backfired on her. And because I knew he was good, I just felt in my bones, and I know that Tory Lanez gonna go down. They're not gonna press all these charges on this man. He innocent. All like, come on now. Obviously, they got some good, strong evidence, and we're gonna be getting into some things when it comes to that trial. I'm going to be covering. I already have the thumbnail set up. I'm definitely going to be covering it.
And we want you to cover it.
Because that's going to be definitely messy, and I'm definitely going to be covering that trial. And it's going to be coming up before you know it. August going to be here. That's my Vegas trip, August 26th, 27th, and 28th. Then September will be around the corner. Like we already, and next week we will be in what, July? Like time is moving.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But everybody keeps saying you defended Tasha K. That was a civil matter. I wasn't really that serious about it because it was civil. But when it comes to my criminal people that's going down, I have a good track record. Kaylin Walker, I say he's gonna be guilty. And I'm saying it right now, Tory Lanez gonna have a guilty verdict. And I just feel it in my bones. But go ahead.
I believe you also said Jussie Smollett as well.
Yeah, and just for that, and what happened with him? He went down, and of course the courts appeal, whatever, but he was guilty. That white man got him a sentence. Fuck you, but it ain't gonna be because of me. I am not. You know, he was yelling all that. I put my fist in the Black America butthole, or whatever else he said. I don't think he said gonna put his fist in the Black America butthole, but he was going at it. So. Yeah, so
and also to Amar, like he's doing a card reading, and if you do the card reading, why you didn't read yourself? You should have known if you were going to go viral.
That's true.
Like I believe he should have pulled the card on himself to see
the
true outcome. But
he's gonna have a lot of work to do to try to.
Did T.S. Madison repost the video?
T.S. Madison did
he comment like where all these public outrage with your so-called peers, with your friends?
That's supposed to be his gay mama. She ain't post nothing.
Yeah.
Child, that's supposed to be.
I mean, don't do it now.
But he's got to get back to the mess. Because he go on Station Head, he gets into the mess or talks to people on Station Head. I'm like, why not go on your YouTube channel and talk? Because it's not going to bring them views up. It's just not. People watched it. A couple of people like up to 30K, and it's not really moving. That it's not. So you might as well just come on back.
He has what 150 plus subscribers, 1,000 subscribers.
Absolutely.
Like they should have kept stream. They should have keep clicking.
Man, they clicked at that one time
on the video to get those numbers up.
And some didn't even watch it at all.
I personally didn't watch it at all. I just heard your review about it, and I seen little clips here and there from across the city. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It didn't even do nothing for me.
Well, thank you so much for calling in.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Oh man, we got 3 callers in here, so I want to get to everybody. Good morning, Anonymous.
Hi, good morning, Wally. How are you?
Doing all right.
I want to, before we get into the mess, I do want to thank you for touching on the subject, Roe versus Wade, the overturn. So I appreciate that. So thank you. But now it's time to get into the mess, like the last caller said. Now, Wiley, you was talking all that junk about Milagro, and that's why Noir came and said what he said. But he did apologize to you on the public platform, just like how he said he was going to drop kick you on the public platform.
Well, I haven't heard it.
Did you apologize?
I
Did you apologize to Millie? Did you send her a text message for all that shit you was talking?
Hold on 1 second. I stand by what I stand by what I said to her. I would most definitely love to meet up with her in Houston. We can eat a whole spread of lemon pepper flat wings. And we have a conversation, but I'm not gonna pause on my conversation because what I said, I felt it in my gut, in my bones, as I say, that I know I was on the right side of history when I was talking about Milagro Grams. But I'm more than welcome to come to her city in Houston, where we can eat some lemon pepper flats and we can have a conversation. I'm more than welcome. If she invite me, I'm there.
Well, you know, you may be on the wrong side. Your bones might be telling you wrong because Noir, however you say it, spilled the tea. But you're gonna have to listen for that. I ain't gonna tell you what he said.
I can't. I'm not.
What he said was told.
I'm not sitting in no 3 hour. I tried. I listen like 15. I'm not watching on 3 hour station. No, I'm not. You're gonna have to, people give me the highlights. They was giving me the highlights of different because I said I'm not listening to 3 hour live.
They didn't give you the highlights of what Daddy said. What Daddy told us.
No, they was giving me highlights, and I wasn't even paying attention to the highlights. I'm in school, and I'm trying to make sure I don't be late on an assignment. So I'm gonna go back on my Instagram because I mean they have been DMing me for weeks, all on my Twitter and on my Instagram, and even in my email. I'm like, child, come on, this is not really news like this. But anyway, I'm gonna just play with it because the people want to know.
Man, it's been drama all week. I remember even when you was asking what you should talk about, some of the people were saying you should talk about it. It was a week full of mess, Wiley. You was MIA. You was missing the action.
But we back now, so I don't know how the mess, is gonna go now that she says she's not gonna respond. So if she respond, I'm definitely gonna come back and talk about it. And like if she go in, I'm gonna say
because I don't respond. I don't think she saved it, but she did. She did respond. She just didn't,
go in,
put too much into it. But she responded a little bit. Like when he said things about her wig and stuff, she was just like, "Oh, well, you told me every time you saw me I was beautiful." Like when he was going for her lips and stuff like that.
Talking about wig. Oh my God! And that's probably why she discouraged to come on live because she don't really come on live, and she's beautiful, by the way. She's gorgeous. So I don't know, and why she don't come on live. She just probably just wearing her body, like a dirty t-shirt and no underwears. And that's probably why that's probably why she just called.
It's probably like RuPaul. RuPaul don't go into drag unless he being paid a lot of money.
That's true.
So she probably don't want to get into her makeup and stuff.
Because that's a lot of work. Because she go live for about 8 to 9 hours. You got to put on different look. It's different look for women and something like that. But she probably in her underwears, not wearing no underwear, have her bonnet on, and just going live. I can guarantee you she got on a bonnet and no underwears.
Well, why would you stand up? All we see you in is a t-shirt. You can have on some boxes and stuff. Did you brush your teeth this morning? You always talking about hard waking up early. It's early Sunday morning. Mr. Preacher Man, why you not in church?
Listen.
Not reading the Bible?
I have to find me a church.
Don't be a hypocrite.
I have to find my shirt. I'm actually not even wearing no underwear. So I know she ain't wearing no underwear.
Exactly. You got holes in your boxer. How dare you? How dare you?
Oh man. Sorry. Okay. Thank you. So I'm
now,
just
Wally, let me go and make some breakfast and feed my kids and my husband before you talk down on me.
Okay.
Wiley, I just want to say I love you. I call you all the
Thank
time
you.
when I can. I
Thank
really
you.
do appreciate
Love
you.
you.
It's always a pleasure.
Love you.
take care.
Thank you.
And listen, I want to catch you at one of the Bad Boy reunions. Okay,
Okay.
I mean the show. You got to audition. What, you scared you might get beat up?
No. Listen, if you've seen that long, I am not standing in no long line with no water to audition. That wasn't for me. Unless if they call me, I'll do. I want mad to get beat up. If you're paying me to get beat up, I won't mind it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be a rumble.
Well, you could have paid to skip the line.
I'm not, but still, the people were saying that they already chose the cast. They would say they already chose the people, and that was just for show. That's what I've heard. And I interviewed a lot of people. I stopped interviewing people from the Bad Boys because they were saying the same story. So I kind of like stopped because I keep getting emails. Can I come on your show? I'm like, listen, you're gonna tell the same story. You ain't have no water, no drinks, and all that. But they pretty much have the cast that's been chosen. I heard allegedly, so I don't know how true it is. I heard that they already got the people.
Yeah, but you got to step up from the average people. You know, you on YouTube, you have a YouTube show.
That's sure.
I'm pretty sure you would have got casted. You know what I mean?
That's sure. So I probably would have went, but
people.
It wasn't designed. It wasn't right. Like they was late. You was in lines for hours in the heat. Like, come on, they could have did a way better job than what they were doing.
Wait, but Milan's casting was a mess too, and it was down at Cynthia Bailey.
It was.
What's her little modeling? It was a hot mess out there too.
It was a hot mess. It was. They even beat up a cameraman, a photographer that went because he didn't want to get paid for. He didn't want to do it for free, and the Milan instructed his friend to beat him up, and they beat him up. He had a black eye and everything.
That's terrible. Milan wants to fight. Then they should have brought Jonathan.
Okay. Thank you.
But before you go on Vegas, make sure you email people NDA so they don't come on and talk about you about what happened. Like they did with Velo and Cat Mob.
Even if they sign NDA, that ain't gonna stop people from talking. Like, come on now. They gonna get up here and talk because, like, even though I have people with NDAs, and that didn't stop them from going up there and work for Storm Monroe and trashing them. They went online and started trashing man apartment. So. Yeah, but it's gonna be great because like Vegas is gonna be fun. We're gonna be hanging out, and if they come and talk trash, and then who cares? I'm gonna have a ball. I don't want to get sloppy drunk because I'm gonna have people around, but I am going to have a ball. I'm gonna have edibles. I am going to drink. We're going to Usher concert. I don't know whatever else we're gonna do in Vegas, but it's gonna be fun. So hopefully we get a lot of people to come. I think it's about
be careful with them edibles. They're strong out there.
I had an edible in the hotel room, and it made me sleepy. I was not. It was a chocolate brownie, and I ate half of that brownie. I was knocked out.
No, do the ones that keep you up, like the uppers. It's specific ones you can look into where it won't have you sleepy.
Okay.
It'll keep you up. I forgot what it's called, but I'm pretty sure someone will type it in the comments.
All right.
But all right, Wiley.
Thank
go
you.
ahead and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Okay, we got another caller. Anonymous, good morning.
Hello, Wiley.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, she was talking about that lady, Alaga Graham. Let me tell you something about that woman, Wiley. That lady sat there and cussed those. I never heard somebody use as much cuss words as I heard one person speak out their mouth. Wiley, I told the woman to stop cussing, and I got blocked. So that's when I was like, okay, I can't support this. I mean, it was just too much cussing, Wiley. You hear stories and you see, I saw Nicki Minaj on there, and I clicked on it, and all I heard was just cussing. And I was like, well, how will YouTube allow this on their platform? Wiley, it was disgusting. So I don't care about her, Wiley. And then she asked these people for money. I don't like that either, man. Go get your behind up and go get a job. It's 2022, Wiley. We have to go and be responsible and get jobs. And this is going to bring me to the Supreme Court. Okay, Wiley, I do not support what they did. I feel like people should do what they want to do. But I do feel like women, we should be more responsible when it comes to the things that we're doing. Because there's a lot of women who go Wiley and they go wild and go have unprotected sex, and they get pregnant and they go get abortion every 2 months. That is dangerous. You will literally mess up your body with back-to-back abortions. I know women who don't use protection, Wiley, because they get back-to-back abortions. It's like, oh, we can go to the clinic and get an abortion. You don't do that to your body. It's not safe. It is not healthy. But I do not like that these Supreme Court officers are trying to tell people what to do with their body. It was that the two old men and that old woman, Wiley, and it made me so mad that I said that they're mad because they probably can't have babies no more. You 85 years old on the Supreme Court, you should not be concerned about what the young people are doing when it comes to making a choice. I am sick of these old people in the government trying to tell us what to do. They are not going to be here 30 years from now, Wiley. Because that means they'd be about 120 years old. All those people who are in the Supreme Court and on the Congress, these are now senior citizens, Wiley, and I am sick of them making decisions for the young people and for the people in this country, Wiley. It's disgusting, very disgusting. And Joe Biden, get up there and you can make an executive order to overrule what the Supreme Court did. He needs to do his job, Wiley. The last video I seen of Joe Biden, Wiley, he was falling off of a bike. And I got worried because I was like, that is the man who is representing us in America. He cannot ride a bike. A 2-year-old can ride a bike. Wiley, if they got to go back and put training wheels on the bike for the president, then that's what you got to do. You can't have him on a public video falling off the bike, and it's 95 degrees on the south, on the East Coast, Wiley. That was very irresponsible of the White House, and they need to do something about this Supreme Court. I will support overturning this ruling because those 85, 90-year-old men should not tell us what to do with our bodies, Wiley, and that's all I got to say. You have a good day.
All right, thank you so very much. You have a wonderful day. Not training wheels. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Anonymous. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiley. Good morning. Sister Conservative is crazy, but I love her energy and her passion. What I wanted to say this morning was, I don't agree with the government forcing anybody to do anything, and that's just it's not just with abortion. It's with vaccines. It's with anything. I feel like we as individuals should have a right to make our own decisions and to do what's best for us and our families. I don't think anything should be forced or mandated. Because I really honestly believe, like, look at our good Lord. He doesn't even force us to follow him. You have a choice, so if he can give us a choice, why does man have to force us to do what we don't want to do? And so that's all I wanted to say this morning.
I agree.
I'm glad to see you back, Wiley.
Thank you so very much for calling in. Thank you. I think that's a good point.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good point.
What's your thought about it? What I said? I'm sorry. What's your thought?
I agree. I don't think the government should not force. Some things I do believe they need to intervene on, like segregation. They should have intervened on that. With integrating our school, they should intervene on that. So that was great. Gay marriage, they should intervene on that. Allowing gays to get married. So there's some things I love when the government intervenes because it works. But this particular thing, I think like they're trying to pull back in time, back to the days where women couldn't get on a credit card without their husband's permission. Back on the days where black folks can't get a home loan, a mortgage because they're black. And so they're trying to pull us back there. And if we're not careful, we will go back there. And this is why we got to wake up and pay attention to see what's going on in our country and make sure our president is doing something today. He said he was going to do for black people. We got to make sure he do it or vote him out.
Yes. I do want to bring this up. There's this lady, I don't know if you're familiar with her. Her name is Jane Elliott. She's a white lady. A lot of y'all might can follow her on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. But she had like a small segment where she talked about this like in the past. And what she said was, it's more white people that are having abortions, to be honest.
Absolutely.
And they're not pleased with that. And so really that's what this is all about, is for them to slow down the ending of the life of the white, because they feel as though that they're like the white population they want their numbers up because they see there's more minorities than that we coming up and they going down, and they don't want that. They don't want to lose their power. So that's what I heard her talk about. She's a white Jew.
And she's so
And
yes.
that's what she said. So, not saying that she's right, but it makes a little sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense, and that's why I believe in that as well. I mean, other people were saying it as well. So thank you so very much for calling in.
Yes, and I wanted to say this last point. This is going to have us seeing a lot of more Brenda's had. You remember that song, Brenda's Got a Baby by Tupac? We're going to see a lot more babies in the trash can. And it's sad. I'm not saying this to be funny.
It's sad, but it's the truth, though.
It's going to be sad.
It is. It's the truth. When people are, if they're out of options, they're going to get desperate, and they're going to be doing that. And it's just very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. So thank God it is some states out there that's legalized and say it's still legal, but a lot of people can't afford to get to these other states and to do that, get housing. They can't afford that. So hopefully some change get to happen. It's a sad day for our country and a sad day for in the courts.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me, Wiley.
No
and
problem.
Thank you for covering the topic. I'll call in on the next show.
Thank you. All right. We're going to the phone lines. We got a couple of callers in here. 0118, caller, you on air.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good
How
morning.
you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome. Just waking, and I've been on Facebook this morning. Now I'm listening to you on YouTube. And when it comes to the decision that was made on yesterday, I'm 50 years old, okay? I have 3 kids, 6 grandkids. When it came to me having children, my daughter was not planned. A baby was nowhere near my mind. I wasn't thinking of trying to or wanting to even conceive a child, but it happened. When the conversation of abortion came up, my parents, my mom, my grandmother, no, you're not having no abortion. We don't do that. And I appreciate them for that, because my daughter is the best thing that could have possibly happened to me. The best thing, the best part of me. When it comes to abortion, I feel like women's rights, absolutely. But women also have the right to buy protection. Women also have the right to get birth control. There's so many other options out here on the table these days than to run to an abortion clinic. And I would also like to say that this don't have anything to do with Black women. I believe that we may be a small percentage in this abortion race, but this is about white folks. When I look on the internet, when I look on Facebook and I look on Instagram, I see nobody but white people, white men, white women. That's all I see. I may see 2, 3 Black people in that crowd, but they're making it about us. When have they started giving a damn, about us? They don't care about us. They try to hinder us any way that they possibly can. And if that means through the womb, they will get us through the womb, because it's about their numbers. It's about their numbers. It's not about ours. They can care less about ours. It's about them remaining in control. At these voting polls, they blind us with the celebrity news and all this other stuff to keep us from going to the poll. But our change is going to start with us voting, and voting for the right things and the right people instead of color. We got to make sure that they're bringing something to the table for us. I don't care nothing about this abortion stuff. I want to hear about reparations. I want my 12 acres and my mule. They don't even have to give me a mule. Give me a tractor. I don't care about taking lives out here when it comes to these babies, because it's not about us. Black women, I will say, we are a little bit more protective of our bodies. I live in a town, in a community of white people, college students. And you know who's running our work amongst them. You know who's coming in to work, barely can move,
sore and hurting, these little white college girls, them. So I don't want the black people to feel like this is about us. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This is about them. And we don't need to get lost in the sauce. We need to be out here with our picket signs and our voices asking them to give us our money, give us what we are due, and stop giving our money to the government for them to distribute it the way they want to distribute it. Put it in my home so I can use it the way I want to use it. I don't care about the abortion. I'm glad they overturned the decision because women need to be a little bit more responsible with their coochies, a little bit more responsible. And when it comes to the men, them as well. And that's just how I feel about it.
All right. And we say good morning to you, ma'am. Thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Okay. 6800 calling on air. 6800.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Wiley. I'm so glad to be on your show.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you. I just got a couple of things very quickly. I'm not going to speak on whether a woman has the right to abort or not abort. The bigger picture for me is if they could take that right away, how many other rights can they take away from us? The civil rights can be removed. Our voting rights can be removed. So the picture for me is not what they overturned, but the possibility of what else they can overturn. And I think that's what we really need to be focusing on. It's deeper than what we're really seeing. They just put that up front, but when they're ready, they could start taking away a whole bunch of other options, which can affect our community and affect our population. So again, no judgment whether you abort or not abort, to each his own. I cannot judge, but I'm looking at what's coming next. What you gonna do next? What's gonna affect us next? That's even gonna be larger than this particular issue. So I just want to thank you for being, one of our faces. Appreciate you. I am going to say go put on some underwear. and I love Mario. That's all I got for you today. Have a great day.
Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you, sister. 2741.
Hey, good morning.
Good
Wiley.
morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yeah, a couple things here. I'm not gonna stay on here long, but I ask everybody to listen with an open mind, okay? We talk about you mentioned earlier about segregation and all of that stuff. First of all, it's even weird that the government or anybody, period, will want to tell somebody what to do with their body or in their bedroom. Why is that even important in politics? So now I do believe that everybody should be responsible, meaning, man, you cannot just be out here busting down knowing that you can get, it should be a limit on abortions per year or whatever, unless it's like a victim of sexual assault or incest or something like that. Okay, that's that. But if you notice, most of that stuff, it applies for the South. Okay, listen to me. It applies for the South. Now here in Illinois, in other states like in Midwest and Northern, that stuff don't apply. That's why a lot of companies are paying for their employees to be able to go to different states in case they do need an abortion. Now, saying that to say, it's important to vote on a public level. Everybody want to go to the giant, to the president, and to the House and to the Senate. When it takes for you to be if you want to speak on it and you feel a certain way about it, you get involved locally. You make sure you know who your mayor is, and your mayor is the boss of the police. So if you got a gripe with the police, you go to the mayor, and you should be able to know how the mayor is going to respond because you help vote, put them in there. And if the mayor ain't doing nothing, you do go one better. You go to the senator. You don't like what the senator talking about, you go to the government. Those are all local levels. Okay, why you think people can come up here? You got to think about it. In Georgia, in those racist states, they're racist down there. They had slavery in Georgia, and you can drive 10 hours north Illinois and no slavery. Blacks have rights. Now, listen to me. 1950s, it was very racist and segregated. 1950s, that's not even 70 years ago all the way. You have the same racist people then that are in office are still in office right now today. Therefore, their view didn't change. That's why they hurry up and got rid of all the black activists, this, that, and the third. And I think segregation is necessary. Now, listen, not on no racist stuff, but let the black communities govern and police the black communities. You let the white people, we do business amongst us, and then we do switch. We not only just doing business with us, but we also go into we go into the white communities. They might have something we need. We have something they need. Same with the Chinese, same with the Mexicans. I believe that's necessary. And it'll also cut down on the police killing people. Let us stay segregated, but in a healthy way and not in a racist way. We need to have black communities. They need to have their communities and everything else. And as far as an attack on black people, how? They put all the abortion clinics in black communities to make you think because we was having too many babies. They are the ones not having, but I bet you they'll reverse them laws when the babies start coming out mixed. When y'all racist, when them grandbabies and great grandbabies start coming out mixed, they'll think twice then. That's then and only then. Oh yeah, it's gonna take for some mixed babies to come on up in there, like on the movie Life. I bet you then you'll be ready to sign some abortion laws. But no, start on the local level. Start there. Know who your mayor is. Know who you gotta. In that way, know how your state is ran before you know how the country is ran. Because up here, like where I'm at in the city, there's stuff like a lot of people. Yeah, it's bogus, but it didn't really affect us because we are active, hands-on. Like with the mayor, we getting life for the better there. We are active. We go down there, and it's a lot of black. Chicago is a black city. It is because we are involved, and that's why it's so many rights. We can smoke weed here in Illinois. It's legal. Well, anyway, I can go on and on, but yeah.
Thank you so very much for calling in. I can't wait to go to Illinois to visit my family because I want to be pump ass.
Telling you better come on and roll it up. You ain't got to eat it. You can roll it up and smoke it here.
I'm definitely gonna be doing that and eat me some barbecue. Thank you so very much for calling in, sis. Right. I'm gonna be rolling. Puff. I ain't even gonna be passing. Yeah. So can't wait for that. Also, I will be taking the show on the road. We will be live in Chicago next week. So y'all pray for me as I have safe travels. We will definitely be streaming live from the city of Chicago. So it's going to be definitely great. You're going to be seeing some of my family. It's going to be awesome. Super excited for that. Just super. It's going to be fun. It's just going to be fun. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Yes. Okay. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. I want to give a special shout out to my moderators. Thank y'all so very much for being in the chat today. Also, I want to give a special shout out to everybody that watched our show. A quick announcement. Do not forget, we're going to be in Vegas August 26th, 27th, and 28th. 2022. If you want to go and meet me and see me in person, you can email me at Wiley Show Productions, WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. Again, that is Wiley Show Productions at gmail.com. Thank you all so very much. I did not know the BET Awards coming on tonight, so I'm going to call off so I can watch the BET Awards. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a show. Okay. Yes. Stream it live. So I'm going to come back later after the BET Awards. Thank you so very much. All right. We will talk to y'all then. Peace.